Hello, hello. I hope everyone is having a great Friday. I wanted to jump on and film an update about my week. I have officially completed week 1 of radiation. And so that is very exciting. If anyone is just joining me, my name is Rebecca, and I have been documenting my breast cancer story for the past year. I was diagnosed in January of 2024, and I have completed chemotherapy, and I've had a double mastectomy with expanders, had 5 surgeries, and I am now on to radiation, and I've just started that part of my treatment plan. If you're new, I have other videos that have documented everything that I've done so far. So I would encourage you to watch some of them. When I was first diagnosed, videos from other breast cancer survivors were really helpful to me. So I am HER2 positive. I was diagnosed with stage 3 invasive ductal carcinoma with DCIS, and I am estrogen and progesterone negative. So that is the diagnosis if you're new here. If you're not, sorry for that delay. You probably have been following me trying to get to this week because I've had so many complications with surgery. And last week I think I filmed an update about my initial radiation setup, and this week it has actually started. So basically what's happened this week is on Wednesday I went in for my final simulation for radiation. So I didn't actually start radiation until yesterday, which was Thursday. So it's not a full week, it's 2 days. But Wednesday when I went in, I already had markers from the week before. When I had the initial setup, they adjusted those markers and took some of those stickers off. They put like this blue, it's not a Sharpie, it's like this blue waxy, kind of like a Sharpie, marking on the spots under your body for the setup. And then they put a piece of like clear tape. It's not tape though, it doesn't come off easily. You can take a shower. It's kind of like the tape that they put over my incisions when I had my surgeries. And so they put those markers on you. And those markers, which I found out yesterday, are put on there. It's not where you're radiated. It's where they line you up with the machine. So last week when they had like this form that they fit to my body, which was in another room in another machine, and they moved that form to the actual radiation room. And so that when they did the setup, I laid back on it and had my arms up. Again, my left arm I can lift up and grab the handle, but my right arm, like, I'm working on it. Like I can't get it all the way up. So they had me rested on my head. And then they have like this machine that kind of goes like around you. You're on this narrow bed, which I'm not very coordinated, and I have this fear that I'm gonna fall off. They assure me that I won't, but I kind of feel like I will, because they lay me down on this narrow metal bed, kind of like a bed, like table, and then they put like this band around your feet so you can't move your feet or your legs. And then you're laid on your back, and then there is a machine or like a mirror that you look up at, and that thing moves around. It's not like a tube though. It's not like an MRI machine or anything like that. There's like these little, it's not little, there's like this machine that has plates, and they move around your body. And so I don't really know exactly where the radiation is coming from, and to be honest with you, I felt kind of silly because they did the setup on Wednesday, everything went fine, and it was a simulation, so I wasn't actually radiated. Thursday when I went in, I laid back, and they did basically the same thing. They line up your measurements every time. They take some x-rays before they start to make sure everything is where it needs to be. And they have this sheet that they have underneath you. And so they move the sheet to move your body, like, even if it's just a little bit. And they don't want you to lift up when you do that, which is hard, because when somebody's like moving a sheet underneath you, you like have the instinct to just raise up to help them, but that's not what they want you to do. So I may have been fussed out, not in a bad way, a few times, to be like, don't move, we got you, because they're shifting your body around to line you up with the machine. So when they did, so I had this set up Wednesday. Yesterday, which was Thursday, I went in for my very first radiation, and it was just like the setup part where they got you all situated, and then they do the radiation, which really does not take very long. This whole process, when I walk in to when I leave, takes about 10 minutes. The radiation part is somewhere in that. And the reason I say that is because I really thought that I would see the radiation, or I don't know why I thought that. Like, I thought that there would be like beams where I would know where exactly was being radiated and what wasn't being radiated. But that is not what happens. It's not what happens. It's just the machine moves around you, and it makes some noises, and it adjusts itself. I think it goes around like a rotation twice. My head is turned, so but not that much. It's like in that form. And then my arms are up, and it makes noises, and then all of a sudden they're like, they have you breathe in a couple of times. You hear them on the intercom. They'll tell you to take a deep breath, like 3 or 4 times, and you hear the machine moving, and then your eyes are open. And then that's it. It's like you're sitting there and nothing's happening because you can't feel it, and you can't see where the radiation is going. And I must have thought like it would be different. I don't know. I just didn't know. I haven't done this before. So you don't see radiation apparently. And when I asked today, okay, this is why I'm rambling about this, because they tell you to put like Aquaphor on your skin to try to keep it from burning. And then there's some other creams that they can prescribe you to keep your skin healthy or whatever. And so I didn't really know where to put the Aquaphor, and I couldn't feel it on my neck, and I don't have any markers on my neck. My markers are like, I have one like on my like right below my sternum, I guess, and then I have one on my right breast on the side, and then I think I have 2 on my sides, and that's it. So but that's not where the radiation is going. That is what lines you up. Well, so where does the radiation go? If you can't feel it, if you can't see it, so where do you put the Aquaphor? Like, where, if I burn, where is that going to show up? And I just didn't know that answer. And when I went in yesterday after my radiation, I went into the lymphedema clinic to do the therapy to try to get the range of motion for my right arm that I can't lift. One of her concerns, and one of the, occupational therapy, physical therapy, lymphedema things that she does, which is all of those things, is working with the skin, working with the lymphatic system, working with my range of motion, all of that. But she's got to be careful because I'm doing radiation. And so when I asked her yesterday, like, where does the radiation hit? Where do I need to be careful? Where do I need to be putting these creams? She didn't know. So she was like, just ask them tomorrow. So I did. And they basically just said, just do this whole, do the whole area, and try not to touch the stickers, because that will make the stickers come off. And then when I asked about my neck, they said that they couldn't really see where it goes from their standpoint on my neck. So to ask the doctor, and so I'll do that next week. I meet with him every Wednesday during radiation. So When I see him next week, I'll ask that question. I asked that question on a support group last night so that I could put cream on, or the Aquaphor on last night, and it was similar responses, just to kind of put it everywhere. So I hope I'm doing it right. I don't know. I guess we'll see what my doctor says next week, and at some point I'm assuming that I might start seeing marks on my skin. I'm not sure. I've been told that it's different for everyone. My big concern about my neck is what I think I mentioned before, is that, you know, it might impact my ability to swallow or eat or things like that. So, and I have no idea if putting Aquaphor would prevent those side effects or not. I don't think that they would. But I also don't want any burning or darkening of the skin. If I can prevent it, I would like to. If I can't, I can't. But I would like to be able to. So, all in all, radiation wasn't that bad. You know, yesterday afternoon, evening, I was pretty beat, but I have also been doing so much more lately than I normally have. So I think that I'm just tired from starting to try to live life normally, and that might be what it is. You know, I'm working more. I'm trying to be at sporting events and family events and doing all the things that, you know, trying to start to do things that I used to be able to do. So I think it's just a matter of building my stamina back up, and getting back into shape and all of that. So I don't think I felt that way from the very first radiation. It might have been the anticipation. You know, y'all know I have been so stressed about the delays in this treatment, that maybe last night I was able to exhale, and for the first time about that I think you just get tired, right? So that might have been what happened. Back to the therapist that's helping me with my arm. She gave me some exercises to do. She's already noticed an improvement from last week, so that's good. I don't see her again for another couple of weeks. But I have some things I can do at home to, simple. It seems so simple to be able to lift your arms up, but, so not like anything crazy, you know, not any crazy exercises, but, I think that they'll help. They've helped, so far. I'm a little bit sore. I feel like, I threw my arm out. That's what I'm starting to feel like. So I feel like we'll be able to get it resolved, hopefully. I'm positive about that. Yeah, so that's my update for right now. I have next week, I have radiation every day. I have an infusion next week, and that's pretty much it. So I'll probably give updates about my treatment plans, maybe like once a week, and I may like throw in some other videos in the interim about like what else is going on, or just some other things people have asked me about that aren't treatment specific to my plan. So yeah, that's my update. I appreciate all of the prayers and well wishes and thoughts, and if you've gone through radiation and you have any tips or tricks or things I need to think about, please drop them in the comments. That may help me, or it might help someone else that's trying to figure out how to navigate all of this. It's so unknown. I feel kind of silly that I didn't realize I wouldn't see the radiation. Is that a silly thing to think? I don't know. I had never really thought about it before. So it'll be interesting to see how everything looks as we go through all of this. I have 5 weeks, so I think my last treatment will be like December 13th. I think that week. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope everyone is doing well and you've had a great week. And thanks for following along and providing positive feedback as I go through this. It is definitely helpful. If you haven't liked my channel or subscribe to my channel, please do so. It'll give you updates when I get them, and I appreciate all the support. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.